ill. And he seems to be recovering. He's getting back
very
his groove. He's recovering very well. And therefore, there's an improvement in his health. Come on, my people. Come on. We saw him at Idil Fitri.
And it wasn't even just an audio. It was a video, by the way.
It was a video. This is what propaganda does, when Kanu is smart. I love that guy. He says Jubri loves to that, and people have just caught on to it. You went to the extent of looking at. Why did you look at his shoes to see if it's his shoe size? Oh, Buhari is normally size 5. This leg, I'm looking.
Someone even said the way he was moving his hands.
That's why on YouTube you can say, "Oh, me moving and then both front and back." Second base, make me go, Jerry. I saw you struggling this morning. I couldn't help laughing.
Because I couldn't believe it.
You played it 3 times. Come on, Nigerians, let's give ourselves some. And then maybe some people were just trying to toy with you, trying to stretch a little bit.
Yes, I think so. I think they're just trying to.
I don't envy you at all.
Let's take a break. We hear from MTN, our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Yellow. This is a public service announcement to our dear customers, as mandated by the NCC. Thank you for your patience and anticipated cooperation.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Dailies today.
Dailies today.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
And so we're back. We're live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. Just search for Nigeria Info 99.3 on those 2 platforms. You can watch live there and drop your comments. Let's see what you've got concerning these stories that we have for you. The Punch is our first paper this morning. President's plea for understanding. Buhari ignorant, full of excuses, say PDP, ACF, PANDEF, others.
Well, that's what we are confronted with, the reaction to the president's statement yesterday, apparently. And in as what I don't want to call the president ignorant. I disagree with that, and I hope and I wish that the PDP used a better word, but that's for them to. Opposition. In political banter, it's allowed, but I'm not going to call my president ignorant. But I'm going to agree that the president is full of excuses. Unfortunately so. That is the perception that you get, that no solutions to most of the problems we have. What you have is just excuses. Now, the question you then ask is, why are you getting excuses? Why are you not getting solutions? That brings that tickles your mind, and you begin to wonder what exactly is wrong. And we cannot but say so, because no matter how polite we want to be about these things, it is our lives that are concerned. We need to be selfish about our own lives. It's not the president's life; it's our lives as a people. And I agree with Pandef, who said that it is unacceptable for Buhari to pass the buck to Nigerians. He's the leader. He needs to lead. We have another 2 years of him to go. The 6 years has shown what he's capable of. The 6 years has shown his capability and capacity.
Right.
And and of course, you have a National Assembly that would not do the needful that people might think would be the solution. But there are provisions in the Constitution. If a president is not performing, there are provisions in the Constitution to do. But I don't think in Nigeria of my lifetime you would have that kind of thing happen. Because our understanding of a National Assembly itself, even by the practitioners, is at variance with those who put this constitution together.
Right.
National Assembly is supposed to put things in the balance, but in our own country, both the state houses of assembly, National Assembly, they see themselves as an appendage of the government, and that is unfortunate. The PDP says that Nigerians are tired of Buhari's endless stream of excuses. I tend to agree with that. We are tired, we're weary. The question then is, what do we do? We don't seem to have an agreement on what we should do. This brings me back to the things I've been saying over and over and over again.
Okay.
When you're going to cast your ballot in 2023 for your legislator, both at national and whatever, make sure that he's somebody who is aligned with the principles by which you live by, so that if the needful becomes necessary, he would do that. But the APC say don't underrate Buhari's capacity. The National Secretary of the APC, John Akpakwe-Dehe, sorry, I can't pronounce it.
Akpano-Dehe.
All right, as Sheriff pronounced it, says that, like we have said, a party under the leadership of Buhari shares the concern of well-meaning Nigerians. Okay, so he shares our concerns. So what is he doing? But he says, let no one be in doubt about the urgency and capacity of President Buhari-led APC government to end our security challenges. I am very sorry to contradict the secretary here. I am in doubt about the urgency and capacity. What I've seen in 6 years doesn't give me the same confidence to continue.
6 years?
In 6 years,
6 years.
Yes, to continue in the next 2 years. But at the end of the day, I think we'll just have to wait patiently till the end of 10 years. I don't think anything dramatic is going to happen anyway. And by the way, talking about the president's son-in-law,
that's right,
that was declared wanted, it's a plus for him. Because I know for sure, or rather I think for sure, that he must have been consulted before that was done, and he would then have said, well, so it is a plus for him. His son-in-law is just a son-in-law. He married his daughter.
Right.
Even his daughter is a different individual. And for it to happen in Nigeria of today, that the son-in-law of a president will be declared wanted for fraud, is a big plus for this man in the anti-corruption realm. That has nothing to do with the other ratings, but just to put things in a balance and to lend because it's not in the papers, but from what I heard from Sheriff this morning, if his son-in-law has been declared wanted, I am absolutely sure, at least at the BRS minimum, a phone call would have been put through to him, and I'm sure he said, go grab the guy. And that's a plus for him in the anti-corruption.
Ajayi Olabode on Facebook says, truth be told, the president and presidency have run out of ideas on how to deliver on the dividends of democracy. He does not need to remind us all the time of the might of the presidency. The tiger does not need to advertise.
Well, you demanded that he say something, and he has said something. I mean, so...
Let's go to the Nation newspaper. Lawan, Gbajabiamila, Adamu, Southern governors wrong. Igbo youths, North minority reps, Ladoja, okay, call for national dialogue, restructuring.
The stand of Lawan and Gbajabiamila, both as the president, Senate president, and the House of Reps, is quite unfortunate. They make it look as if they are under some kind of attack. No, what the governors have done, supported by the legislators of their states, if what you read in the papers is anything.
Why are you even saying that it's unfortunate? You just said right now that the executive at the federal, the legislature at the federal and the states act like an appendage of the government.
Yes.
But it's looking like that's exactly, I mean, this headline just confirmed what you said earlier.
No, but yes,
Because the governors did not address them. The governors addressed the president.
you are the one. You know. This is your program, and you expect me to be very polite about certain things.
Oh yeah, let's be
Don't let me reveal some of my tricks of sarcasm here. You know, and they seem to put themselves under attack. No, these people have expressed their opinion. You should be open-minded. Because at the end of the day, all these things are going to come to the National Assembly, and you're showing bias already.
Already.
Yes, you're even telling the states to go practice restructuring at state level. Yes, I mean, that's a nice thing too, but it shouldn't be coming from you. What you should be saying, what the president and both Baja should be saying, my cousin, it will fit Barka de Salah to him. What they should be saying is, okay, we have seen these things, and at the appropriate time, it will be dealt. That's the kind of language you expect from them. You're not supposed to pitch your tent with the northern governors or the southern governors. No. What you even should be saying is that with what they have said, they should pass it through their legislators, bring it to the National Assembly. Let's have a debate. Because you see, at the end of the day, democracy means the majority, not the will of the minority. The minority might have their say, but the majority will have their way. And you must be seen to be submissive. So the reaction of these two gentlemen is quite unfortunate. What it probably shows is that all what the governors recommended, most of what they recommended, are going to reach a dead end with these two in charge, and it's quite unfortunate. We don't you see the problem.
Or could it be that they're playing politics themselves?
No, they're not playing politics, because you play more politics when you pretend to be neutral and you know how to do the underhand. The image of this now is like some kind of battlefront, as if the governors have confronted them, as if the governors have accused them, as if the governors are testing them, as if the governors are junior to them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you should be open-minded. At least you should appear to be open-minded. This is what the Senate President says here. A quote here says, "You're supposed to be working hard to ensure that this restructuring you are calling for, you have done it." Oh no. We should avoid regionalism.
Your cousin said
not my cousin.
Your
cousin.
Wait.
Your
cousin said the same thing. I'm just saying that he said the same thing.
I will read my cousin.
No, your cousin said the same thing.
Let me read my cousin's own now. What my cousin has said. What my cousin says, if truth be told, we all have equal share in the blame for what is happening today. Isn't that a reasonable thing?
Oh yeah, continue. He said the same.
We are from the same stock. But he says, whatever challenges we have, we must all come together. This is a quote that is taken out of what he said.
Oh, continue.
Then Senator Abdullah Adamu says that just take them one by one and see what they are doing in their states. I feel their call is a betrayal of trust. What trust?
Whose trust?
I personally, I have my reservations about this restructuring boogie. But that's personal to me.
Yeah.
If that is what Nigerians want, I'm ready to go by it. Because for me, the problem I have is not restructuring, it's the practitioners. And I think that before we call for restructuring, let us change the practitioners. Because this same set of people will not, it will be same of same. It will, it will have a covering of some kind of restructuring, but deep inside there'll be nothing. Until you have people with a different mindset. And that's why I challenge our people. In the next election, for both the Senate and whatever, let's try and put in a lot of young people with fresh minds and have a new thinking. Some of these people are bogged down by the past. Somebody is still telling us what the Sultan, what the Ahmadu Bello said about dipping something in the ocean in 1950 something. We can't continue to live like that. We need fresh minds who know about modern governance, know the real challenges that we have, and are ready to move the country forward. So my thinking is, change the personnel before you do restructuring. This same set of people, no, I don't think it's going to happen. And then Ozekome says that the 2014 National Conference had over 200 recommendations there to be touched. I know they mean well, but we do not need, of course we don't need another national. How many dialogues are we going to have? You keep having these dialogues and piling away the suggestions, which sometimes are repeated. So.
Indeed. 7:46.
But why are
is
you
time.
harassing me on my cousin?
No.
I don't like it too.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Leave my cousin alone.
Okay. I'm waiting for him. He will soon say another thing.
No, it was.
Page 6. Lagos raids Igomu under bridge, evicts squatters.
Now, do we have a new sheriff in town? Is Sanwo-Olu now ready to do the needful? Because if you look at the photograph of...
You saw the pictures?
I saw the pictures. Look at the pictures. Fantastic. And I hope he keeps at it. You see, doing this is not for photo ops, is not, but keeping at it, and I hope he will keep at it. We want to see, we'll give him about 3 months, 90 days. Let's see what he also going to do with these Okada riders. You know, if he keeps at this, then his pass mark will go up. Okay? His pass mark will go up. In all honesty,
his ratings will
go up. I was referring to the poll you had yesterday talking about pass marks and so on and so forth. But in all honesty, yeah. I was happy to see this. I was happy to see the evidence.
That's if the squatters don't return there in another 2-3 months.
Well, I hope not. That's what I'm saying. I hope not. But the next challenge is, what do you do with the squatters? Because
where are they right now?
Where are they right now? Because you see, what you have is that I don't know. There's something about they call about urban regional planning. Some areas are middle class areas, whatever. All that had vanished. If you drive around Ikoyi, VI, everywhere now, you find settlements of people who obviously have no homes in those neighborhoods, and they're squatting everywhere. The other day, I had to call the attention of both the Ministry and Access Bank. The Access Bank, whatever that was done in Oniru, is gradually becoming a settlement. Imagine on the pavement, some people have constructed a mosque, even a place where they can do ablution on the pavement. So we need to nip these things in the bud. The governor, next thing to do is to raid all the uncompleted buildings. Loads and loads and loads of people of no destination, no records whatsoever live in these places. But then the crucial question will come. What do you do with them?
What do you do with them?
Where do you put them? I think Raji, in his own time, he loaded all of them in a bus
and then shipped them.
Drove them to the bus.
Let's stay with the Punch. Let's stay with the Punch. Let's go to page 11 of the Punch newspaper. Rumored Lagos IPOB planned attack meant to cause division. Ohaneze.
When I heard this this morning, I laughed out loud. My neighbors must have been wondering who's tickling this old man in the bathroom. Because so there was a rumor that IPOB planned an attack on Lagos. That would more or less be like IPOB planning an attack on his people. How are you sure that the Igbos are not in the majority in Lagos as at today?
So here is the thing. I am not exactly sure that it was a rumor.
I think it was
because it was the police in Lagos that gave the alert.
Look, in all arms of government, in governance,
would police have gone ahead to do that if they didn't have any credible intel?
I can't answer that question because I'm not in police uniform. I don't, and I'm not. But all arms of government use information as a tool in various ways. We should know that now. We are in this business. I don't think IPOB planned any attack. But the part that tickled me the most was we are so ceremonial. The story says that Ohaneze, a delegation now had to visit the governor to tell him that, oh no, the IPOB is not planning that. Ohaneze cannot talk on behalf of IPOB. That's one. You don't need to visit the governor to send him this. Why did you let the man enjoy his public holiday? I mean, we should be less ceremonial. Everybody wants to be seen. A delegation now had to go to visit the governor to tell him, no, there is no such attack. What if an attack now comes? What then happens? I just found it a bit funny, and I think that our attitude to governance has to change, both the practitioners and those of us on the outside. At the slightest opportunity, somebody wants to go to the State House for photo ops and stuff like that. And then our politicians too are willing to encourage these things. Leave these men to do their job. A simple letter, if you wanted a letter of support, sending copies would have sufficed.
Or maybe even a press statement.
A press statement. All this going delegation, it says a courtesy call. And how can you pay a courtesy call to a man who is working? Let's get this thing out of our system and let our people give them the time to get down and get the work done. Sorry, our governor, they must have distracted you a little bit. But after they've gone now, please go and visit one other areas and need your attention. But I don't think there's any plan that I pop at that. You see, I've been told at face value that as far as the Lagos metropolis is concerned, our brothers of Eastern extraction might they might even have populated the state more than the rest of us, especially Lagos Island. What I'm told is that some of the houses that you see, this is the house of the so family, they've been bought already. A lot of that is going on. So they are not alien; they are part of us. They are Lagosians.
That's right.
In a manner of speaking, let me quickly add that.
Indeed. Let's go to Vanguard. I think we've had enough of Punch this morning. Let's go to Vanguard newspaper.
Yes.
Oluwo lacks cultural orientation of a Yoruba monarch. That's Celebu Ibon speaking there.
We have a problem with our monarchs. Some of them. I'm sorry to say, I'm sure I was saying to myself, why does this Yoruba issue always come up? I said, well, we're in Yoruba land and it's what is in the papers. And it's within our immediate environment. It's not just the Oluwo, I must say. Some of our traditional rulers have been completely disappointing. Of late, it's even gotten worse. What we used to know, what the ethics that we knew, the tradition is being eroded by the day. And I don't know what we're going to do. I think it was the advent of politics that brought this new phenomenon. It is even being said here that this gentleman didn't even do all the traditional rites. The politicians have wrecked the traditional system completely. And once that happens, people are in trouble. Once you have your traditional... See, countries that have made their impact, all the Indonesia, all these countries, even the Chinese, whatever, they have stuck to a large extent to their tradition, the Indians.
To a very large extent.
But we've bound us to the Philistines. You find an Oba is celebrating his birthday, puts on a face cap and dresses in a... So, I mean, these things are... I honestly don't know. Vulgar language. An Oba is going to a function, comes with a big loudspeaker, this or comes with a retinue of young girls and so on and so forth. Where are the elders of the land? When did we get this bad? This is a challenge to people like the Awujale, who I respect so much. They should intervene and let's get some sense back into our traditional lives. And what upsets me the most is the level of obscenity of our people now, in the name of being bloggers and whatever. The kind of obscenity that you see. And you wonder, where are we going as a people? And you want to have, some of you say you want to have an Oduduwa Republic. Look at the rhetoric of some of those who are supposed to lead the struggle. It's shameful. This is not the Yoruba race I was born into. And it's time we looked at ourselves. That's what I also say about restructuring. We need to look inwards first. Is that wanting to build a 20-story building, and you lay the foundation of a bungalow. We need to restructure ourselves internally, or else we're in trouble. Look at the recent, I'm sorry to repeat it again, reaction to what happened to a revered gentleman. Look at the reaction of somebody who says he wants to lead his people. Is that the Yoruba culture? Some of us should be ashamed of ourselves. And I call, in all honesty, the traditional ruler I respect the most, who has stood his ground, is the Awujale. And I would plead with him to please lead some like him, and let's bring some sanity into our land. Sheriff, the kind of obscenity that you get in the social media, from full grown, and you wonder what is going on. What is going on?
All right.
I think that cancels the next one.
I think we are done on the show today.
Oh, we are done.
I think we're done. We're done. We're out of time. But what's coming up at night, though?
What you just spoke about.
What's that? Which one?
I'll leave it till 9 now.
Okay.
Let it be a bit of a surprise.
You've told me. I just didn't want to say it too.
No, don't say it. Don't say
Okay.
it. We'll burn it.
Should I say it?
We'll burn it.
Yeah.
I beg you. No, what I'll do for you is I tell my cousin to let them come and tie your road.
Better. It should come.
Please, his supporters who put all these signposts out in Sule, he's done a wonderful, and that's what your legislature is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Is influence the tiling of roads and but it's an overkill if you keep putting up billboards at
Everywhere.
It's not nice.
Everywhere.
And I know he doesn't know about this, but I don't know how to get to him, you know. But his supporters who have done this on his behalf should please remove. It is becoming obscene.
Jimmy, thank you so much for coming around.
I see you, Sheriff.
Many thanks to MTN for their support. I'm Sheriff. We're back after now. Let's take a message from MTN. We'll bring you the news. After the news, we go back to Itakwe rail track vandalism. The conversation we started at 5. We'll continue this morning at 8. Stay here on Nigeria Info.
Yellow. This is a public service announcement.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
NIMC.